Hello everyone, I'm Patxi Barrios, web product at Telefónica. Today I come to explain a little bit all the strategies that we have done from Telefónica in recent years in the Web3 part. The purpose of this presentation is to let you know how a large company like Telefónica, in the end with many brands from Movistar, O2, Vivo, etc., has made this path within the Web3 technology. We have also made a very important path in the whole metaverse. But well, in this presentation, we are going to focus mainly on the Web3 part, right? How did we do it? First, with a very clear strategy or vision in Web3. At the end, Telefónica, a telecommunications company, and one of the main values is to connect people. And when we take this vision of connecting people and we add it to a very important part of Telefónica, which is innovation, then at the end things come out that are so valuable at the end product level, at the end customer level, such as all the products we have made through Web3 technology, blockchain technology, all this work that you are going to see here. You will see products that we have launched for end customers, but there have been some very big challenges behind that. Sometimes this is not usually said. In the end, the product is released. What it brings, the NFTs, the blockchain networks. But in the end, there is also a very important work of legal departments, compliance, which sometimes is not usually commented. But well, since blockchain is a technology that often breaks the status quo, both technologically and business and product-wise, it has also been very important to have these teams that are very important for companies like Telefónica at the legal and compliance level, that we also join with the product technology, and that all this that you are going to see can come out. To begin with, I always try to give this disclaimer, this context, so that we can see why we are approaching Web3 technology, blockchain technology. And at the end, as I said before, we are talking about connecting. The internet has always helped us from the beginning to connect between people, and in Telefónica we have always adopted this vision. In the end, as you know, at the beginning of the internet, it was something almost at the level of command lines, and in the end it was a very, very close technology. Then we moved on to what is called Web 1.0, with great examples such as Yahoo and Google, with static links where we interacted. It was a one-way road to the internet. Then came everything that is Web 2, everything that is dynamic content, where here there is asynchrony, where users work as before in everything that is internet, but they also return to them. There is a very asynchronous work, there is a lot of interaction, and users are already participants of this internet, right? Now where we are is Web 3, which in the end, thanks to technology such as blockchain or artificial intelligence, we are taking a leap beyond the internet. Why? Because we empower users in different concepts. For example, privacy, for example, community, for example, rewards. And in the end, we create a much more decentralized web, much more made for the user. And it is this leap where we are adding ourselves as a company and as products for the end customer. How have we done it? Basically, we have done these 5 points that you are going to see now with different projects in each step, which in the end is at the level of incentives, governance issues, NFTs issue, that we will look at everything that is digital assets, security, and identity. And finally, the whole part of sustainability that has been like, let's say, that framework that has also made everything work with a vision of sustainability. Okay, if you like, we start at the level of new ways of incentives. Okay. We started with a loyalty plan. This product is already in production. It is already in production. It is in the Movistar brand, which I am sure you know because we are here today. And at the end, you know that Movistar has more than 3 million customers here in Spain. And what we have done is, hey, how can we apply this? You know that Web3 at the end, one thing that it creates is a reward to all those who are within that blockchain ecosystem. And at the end, it tries to reward everyone, all those people who contribute. And in the end, what we have done through blockchain technology is a loyalty program. Okay, in this case, my token program. If any of you are Movistar, I'm sure you know it at the end. Well, according to the use that you make of the different Movistar products or services, you know the league, you have at the data level, etc. At the end, you are rewarded with tokens. Those tokens at the end are based on blockchain technology, and at the end, they can be redeemed for others, products and services. We have even done something more, let's say, punctual, for example, with Rafa Nadal, where you could get different merchandising and some other things related to Rafa Nadal. And in the end, the important thing is how blockchain technology has helped us to generate a scalability of product, and in the end, a totally new technology that can be applied directly to a case that is the retention in a large product, such as Movistar, with many customers. And the idea is already there. It has been in production for some time now. New features are being added, and the idea is to expand it to other Telefónica brands. Another product case that we have been working on is, Telefónica Telco, and in the end, a very important match is, how can we create decentralized telecommunications networks? In this case, where users can also be rewarded. In this case, Wera has invested in Nova Labs, which has the Helium product, which creates a network where users can share. A decentralized data network is created, and if you use that data, that person will receive rewards at the end. The token is being used as a proof of concept in Mexico, and the idea is to create these decentralized telecommunications networks in countries that do not have much access to fiber, etc., and also to reward all those nodes, all those people who are working to make this network work and to provide decentralized service. Okay. And this is another project that is being worked on now to carry it out as a proof of concept. The other step that we have been working on, as I was saying, is the whole issue of communities. In this case, what we have been doing are DAOs. For example, the one you see on the screen is a DAO of the CTO team. Okay, the technical team. And in the end, what we are trying to do is to always have hierarchical structures in the company, and in the end what we are trying to do with the DAOs is to give much more visibility, to give much more empowerment to all those people who are working in this department, okay? And that with different actions within the DAO, they can even intervene in the technological vision of the company, right? These DAOs are being replicated in other departments, and in the end what we want is to create different communities within Telefónica where all the people have that utility and can work directly in decentralized organizations. All this work is being done with Colony. Okay, at the end it gives us support for the creation and execution of these DAOs. In terms of assets, well, here we are working on two legs. One in the whole part of fungible tokens. Fungible tokens are those that in the end have the same value between them. In the end, if you have a 20-euro bill and you have another 20-euro bill, that value will always be the same. In this case, in fungible tokens. What we are working on is with B2B, which is also a company invested by Telefónica. And in the end, the first proof of concept we did with them is good. We have an e-commerce of devices. That is everything that is cell phones, tablets, computers, etc. It is the e-commerce of everything that is devices. And we have already activated that any user can make payments, can buy directly with blockchain, with cryptocurrencies. Well, it can be with Bitcoin, stablecoin, etc. Okay? And all this has been a first step that we have done, that at the end we execute something directly with fungible tokens in a very important product as it is in our e-commerce. At the NFT level of non-fungible assets, well, what we launched 8 months ago, NFTs marketplace. Okay, and our vision of NFT. In the end, we went a little bit out of the original idea of maybe collectibles, etc. And what we are trying to differentiate ourselves is, first of all, in security and in healing of all the campaigns, right? In the end, we have a lot of agreements with, for example, Arturo Pérez Reverte, you can see El Chojin, etc. We try to bring very curated campaigns, right? And above all, we try to give a twist to the digital asset. What does that mean? That in the end, almost all assets have to come with a utility and an experience. Okay, what we are trying to do is, hey, if you have this NFT, if you have the owner, in the end, you are going to get some utilities, some unique experiences. Okay, for example, 2 months ago, we were the first marketplace that had a Van Gogh certified by a museum, and at the end, you had that NFT of Van Gogh, you had certain experiences inside the museum, and also thanks to the LG supplier, you also had physical objects, etc., right? At Chojin's level, also with the campaign, the NFT gave you access to the physical work. So what we are trying to do is not only to acquire this NFT, but that this NFT gives you a world of possibilities that can be a meet and greet. It can be something digital, that you have the same article at a physical level, or that gives you experiences at the level of events, or etc. This is a bit like the marketplace kit. Having certain collectibles that give you access to all the experiences. This product, as I said, this service is already in place. It is active, and well, earlier Outer Ring was mentioned. We also had an Outer Ring campaign that gave access to the alpha. You could be the first player to play the Outer Ring alpha. And well, we are adapting new campaigns that finally give access to all the services. Then also all the security part. You know that for us, this is something key in Telefónica. One of the important things here is that the internet is born without an identity system. It is the internet services themselves that offer identity systems, and in the end we are seeing how they are very centralized, and there has not been a clear answer. And we see in Web3 how it has been given, how it can be used to generate that identity. Like how we've worked with the 3 key security concepts. First, the identifier, right now, blockchain identifier, you know, it's a code, it's hard to understand, there's the whole part of domains, etc., but it's still something that's quite difficult. What is being worked on is, hey, what do we have, what do people and also telecommunications have that can be like a unique piece of data that can serve as a key to the user's identity, the cell phone. Okay, so we're working on getting that cell phone to give you access to everything that is the whole blockchain part. Okay, just like there is an ETH domain, for example. So in the end, that we have a phone number that can give you access to the whole blockchain part is worth phone number. And that is what is working through Open Gateway. Okay, that is at the end a reference that we have at the level of telecommunications and APIs, and it is working to create this unique identity system through a cell phone. On the other hand, an important part of security, as well as the identifier, is the authentication part. And here we have innovated and created the first second-factor authentication 2FA system directly in smart contracts. What does this mean? That we currently have different dApps that are using an SDK that they can insert directly into their smart contract, a 2FA system, and get a very, very low granularity in terms of transactions. What does that mean? For example, we are working with a video game, and every time a user wants to transfer his tokens or wants to transfer NFTs, thanks to an application called Latch, an application that is in production, he will be able to say if he really wants to transfer those tokens, both NFTs and crypto, to the wallet, crypto to the... We are also working with NFTs marketplace and tokenization companies that are going to integrate this 2FA directly into the smart contract for the first time. Okay. And we do all this through our product Latch, which is an application that is in the stores, and at the end is a security layer of 2FA, and in this case the disruption is that we create it in Web3 services directly. And finally, another important step is credentials. Identifier, authentication, and credentials. In this case, we have a product called Secure Connection, which through RT filters those malicious attacks, those pages that are not good in terms of security, and so on. Here, what we have incorporated is the whole part of Web3 domains. Okay, I am sure you have experienced cases of Web3 domains that were spam, clones, etc. What we are doing is incorporating more and more feeds of malicious Web3 pages so that this secure connection product that we have for Movistar customers can filter, and you do not have cases of the typical cloned page or the typical Web3 attack that is not secure. And this is a work that we are doing together with ESET, which is one of the largest security companies to try to avoid these attacks or this Web3 spamming. And with this, I think I'm done with the sustainability part. And at the end, as I was saying, to all the work we are doing in Web3, we add the whole sustainability layer from working with Polygon in many cases that you have seen from day one with a very clear focus on sustainability. Then we are also working with climate trade because the whole part of the marketplace makes a step in sustainability. And at the level of CO2, with them we have had a record of 375,000 kilos of CO2, and this is the end of this. And the idea is that you can see how Telefónica has worked during these last years in all aspects of Web3, and above all, with that part of innovation as a spearhead of products. Thank you very much.